David, I can handle the client order. I've got a membership. We'll get a discount. The moment she finished, 3 clients turned to her, then to me, waiting for confirmation. Before I could speak, she locked it in, smiling like she expected me to back her up. Meanwhile, my phone kept buzzing to failed charges from the same coffee shop, back to back, $986. Then $105. Numbers so sharp they didn't need explanation, almost mocking through silent alerts. My name is Emily Carter, and I was standing outside the glass conference room watching everything unfold. Through that transparent wall, I saw her turn my card into her resource without hesitation. Colleagues assumed she was stepping up for the team, some even nodding in quiet approval. No one questioned it, the room almost radiating this unspoken belief that she was reliable. But I knew better. This wasn't initiative. This was calculated, deliberate, rehearsed behavior. Her name is Megan, admin role 6 years in, barely earning enough to cover her mortgage. She never orders takeout, always brings lunch, counts every dollar like it matters. Yet now she's confidently offering to treat everyone to Stonewake coffee in front of clients. A place we all know isn't cheap, not somewhere you casually cover for a group. Because she assumed my membership still worked the same, just say my name, swipe, done. What she didn't know was I added phone verification to the account last night. And this didn't start today. This had been building quietly for months without interruption. Every morning, she'd grab coffee for me on the way, 1 cup for me, 1 for herself. Then pastries, cakes, croissants, sometimes even gift boxes, always framed as barista recommendations. At first, she explained mistakes, promotions, accidents, then eventually she stopped explaining entirely. She'd just add items, assume I'd pay, even before I had the chance to respond. When I asked her to reimburse me, she flipped instantly, right there in the break room. Emily, seriously, she said, loud enough for everyone nearby to hear every word clearly. It's just coffee. Are you that broke? She added, turning eyes toward me intentionally. People avoided eye contact. Others exchanged looks, like somehow I was the problem here. She made me the petty one, the difficult one, the one counting dollars like it mattered. But I didn't argue. Because I finally understood what she was actually doing. She wasn't just taking advantage. She was testing limits, measuring how far I would tolerate it. She was mapping boundaries, slowly pushing them further, waiting for me not to react. And today, she was ready to cross that line completely, without hesitation or concealment. I didn't expose her. I simply messaged the store manager and enabled verification on my account. Then I took the afternoon off and left the office without explaining anything to anyone. She thought I was avoiding the situation, backing off, letting her take control. In reality, I was waiting, letting her escalate, letting her make the move bigger. Because the bigger the setup, the harder the fall when everything collapses in public. At noon, I was at a mall when my friend handed me their phone quietly. An Instagram post. Megan's boyfriend, Jason, uploaded it just minutes earlier. 9 photos. 8 people. A full table covered in coffee, desserts, sandwiches, packaged sweets. Every person had a drink, the spread excessive, almost performative in how much they ordered. Caption read, "Thanks to my rich girlfriend." Full treat for the whole team. For a second, I hesitated, almost thinking I had misjudged her intentions completely. Then my phone buzzed again. Another alert, cold, direct, impossible to misinterpret. Stonewake payment attempt declined, $986. Then again, another attempt. $105 declined again. She was trying not once, twice. Testing if something would slip through unnoticed. And that's when I smiled, not amused, but the kind of clarity that comes too late. Calls started flooding in immediately. Megan first, then Jason, then unknown numbers after that. I ignored every single one. Not a single call answered, not a single message returned. She moved to Slack, searching publicly, urgency growing visible with every new message posted. Anyone seen Emily? Then urgent. Really urgent, then please tell her to call me. Tone shifting fast from calm to anxious to almost desperate, visible to everyone watching silently. No one responded. Public silence. Private messages full of speculation and quiet amusement instead. I could picture her sitting there, surrounded, being watched, questioned, pressured from every direction. Eventually, I answered. Speaker on. Let everyone around her hear every word clearly. Background noise, loud complaints, impatience, tension building among the people at that table. I thought you said you were covering this, someone said, irritation already cutting through. If the card doesn't work, just pay. Another voice added, frustration no longer subtle. This is awkward, someone muttered, and the atmosphere shifted from confidence to discomfort instantly. Then Jason's voice cut through everything, louder, sharper, more aggressive than the rest. She has money. She's just not picking up, he said, like explaining a delay. Once she gives the code, it's done, he added, assuming compliance like it was guaranteed. I said nothing. Hung up. Let the silence stretch longer than they expected it would. Second call. Megan's voice completely different now, softer, controlled, almost rehearsed apology tone. Emily, I'm sorry. I was just stressed, she started, testing how far she could still go. I replied with a single question mark, letting her feel the gap, the uncertainty. She dropped the act quickly, moving straight to what she actually needed from me. Did you get a text? She asked, voice tightening as she spoke each word carefully. The verification code, can you send it? She continued, urgency leaking through her composure. I leaned back slowly, letting the moment stretch, letting her feel every second of waiting. What code? I asked, evenly, like I didn't already know exactly what she meant. She rushed, almost talking over herself, afraid the opportunity might disappear completely. The payment code. The store needs it, she said, skipping any attempt at explanation now. I let out a quiet laugh, not loud, but enough to shift the tone entirely. You mean the text that says $986? I asked, making sure the number landed clearly. Silence. Immediate. Absolute. Like the entire table froze at the same time together. Then I continued, steady, deliberate, making sure every word carried exactly what it needed to. I'm in a mall. My account is being used 10 miles away from where I am. And you think I'm going to approve that? I added, letting the logic sit there plainly. She panicked, words tumbling out faster now, trying to pull things back under control. Emily, don't be like this. We're co-workers, she said, reaching for familiarity as leverage. Jason grabbed the phone mid-sentence, his tone completely different, direct and demanding instead. Stop wasting time. Send the code, he said, like issuing an order, not making a request. That was the moment I stopped holding back anything. No more restraint, no more politeness. Jason, is this begging or stealing? I asked, letting the question hang between us. You've got 8 people there planning to spend my money like it's already yours. Where's the agreement? When exactly were you planning to pay me back? Or did you just decide on your bank? I added, making the assumption explicit now. Everything exploded on their side, voices overlapping, accusations, insults, frustration spilling outward uncontrollably. She called me cheap. He said I didn't understand how money worked. Then they shifted personal attacks, saying women like me end up alone and wanted, difficult. I answered each one calmly, one by one, without raising my voice even once. My money. My choice, I said first, simple, impossible to argue against logically. You can't even buy your girlfriend coffee, and you're judging me, I added next. I'm not sending anything. Not one digit, I finished, ending the conversation completely. Then I hung up, leaving them in that space they created for themselves. They stayed there for an hour and a half, unable to leave, unwilling to pay. Staff came by multiple times. Other customers started noticing, conversations shifting toward them quietly. What started as loud confidence turned into silence, then discomfort, then visible frustration among everyone there. Eventually, one coworker gave in, paid the bill just to end the situation. $1,091, not the amount they expected, not the outcome they planned. But the real turn didn't happen there. It came 3 days later instead. Finance called me into a meeting room. A reimbursement request was waiting on the table. Submitted by Megan. Total amount, $5,840. Reason listed, client refreshments. Attached 100 in receipt. No invoice. No breakdown. No supporting documentation. Just a single line, membership payment, written casually like it would pass unnoticed. And in that moment, everything connected clearly, no gaps left in the picture. This wasn't spontaneous. This wasn't impulsive. This was planned well before that day happened. She volunteered to handle refreshments not to help, but to create an opportunity. Use my account to pay. Submit reimbursement to the company. Keep the difference herself. Company pays. I lose money. She profits. A clean system if no one questions it. If I hadn't added verification, that $5,840 would already be gone without me noticing. Finance only said one thing at the end of that meeting, calm, final, without hesitation. This won't be approved. No negotiation. No discussion. Just a closed door on her plan. She was fired the next day. No explanation. No transition. No second chances offered. She packed quickly, avoiding attention, keeping movements small, controlled, almost mechanical. When she passed my desk, she stopped briefly, just long enough to say one thing. Ungrateful, she said quietly, like she still believed she had been wronged somehow. I didn't respond. I just watched her walk out, without turning back even once. And that's when it hit me the real problem was never how much she took. It was that she truly believed it belonged to her from the very beginning. Later, David stopped me in the hallway, voice casual but carrying weight behind it. Emily, that verification setting saved you, he said, like stating an obvious fact. And only then did I fully understand what I had actually stopped in time. It wasn't just a few coffees, not even just a few $1,000s lost. It was an entire plan, one built slowly, carefully, with me as the source. A plan where I wasn't a coworker, not even a person, just an account to use.